Hello everyone. This video is regarding the Python interview preparation course. In this course, I divide the course in 9 days. I believe that Python is for everyone. That's why for beginner as well, I'm preparing this course. And I provide you the maximum gain in minimum time. So helpful for you. For day 1, we are going to see the output statement and the input statement. The input statement are very basic syntax or very common thing one should know about any programming language. How to take values from user and how to print values what we want to print on console. First we are going to discuss about the output statements. Output statement through which we can provide a output on console or on our monitors. For print, I am giving you the example of printout. For printout, we are giving a word or a letter or a page in which set of words are set and we go for a printout. Exact same thing they provide us. The same way whatever we write in a print statement, it will print on our monitor or our console. There are some commonly used built-in functions like print, type or ID. What are built-in functions? The function that will provided by language. Like in this case, the Python provides some inbuilt function which we can ready-made use it. How to use it? We will see it. For this video, we are going to see only the print. Afterward, we are going to see the type and the ID and many more. REPL. Read, evaluate, print loop. What is REPL? We are going to see. When you open the CMD and you can write a Python or py, anything. And for a version, you can check Python -- version. You can able to see which version of Python is installed in your system. Same way, if you write the Python and in some computer, it will take a py command. In REPL, you can do the addition, multiplication, whatever you do it will read and evaluate there and then. But when you close the CMD, our calculation also gone. To make a calculation for future use, that's why we used IDE. REPL, if you want to do the quick and frequent calculation or we want to check any function is working or any command is working, we can do it. But for a long term or code reusability or we want to see our code for a future, we will use only the IDE. Let's move forward. Next we'll see if we want a space in our line, we use simply write print and the parenthesis and one line is there, a space is there. When we run this command, we will get a space. Like in first, there is no space there between these, and here there is a one space. So you can able to see the difference between a new line and a simple print statement. And afterwards, we see a escape character. Basically, in any line of string, we have two things: white spaces and non-white spaces. What is white? Where you space. Basically, white and non-white space, you can differentiate the things which you can see. Suppose that you can able to see the hello, this is, and the remaining things are white spaces. So basically, the escape character is used to maintaining the white spaces. Suppose that if we run this by /n, there are numerous escape characters in this. When we are going to run this statement and we are putting /n, that's why the word separated in new line. The cursor goes to next line because of /n. Same way, if we use the escape character in print statement like /t, the tab space will come between two words. Means we are maintaining the white spaces between the words or strings. Next would be the use of repetition character. the star symbol when we put between an integer and a string. Suppose that for as of now, consider one is decimal number, another one is string or a character. For repetition, it's necessary that one thing should be number. So if we print it, means repetition means we are providing how many times it will repeat that particular string. When we run it, we got 2 times hello. Same way, we run the next one, means it's not necessary the digit should come on first place or in second place, but it should be one should be the digit. That's the rule. The use of concatenation operator in a print. We can concatenate two strings into one using the print statement by putting a plus symbol. Next is how to use a comma between two print statements. When we putting a comma between two strings, a simple space will occur. And what are the fundamental data types? I'm not going to explain in a very detail, but I will give you the brief idea regarding what is data type. Suppose that int or integer, as we see in mathematics, there is a digits, whole number, decimal number. Same way, let it like a same way. Int means integer means 10, 20, 30. Integer values. Float will consider the decimal digits. Okay. And the string will consider the string values. Bool means boolean value, that is true or false. And complex means complex values, that is 10 plus 2j. That's same what we have in our mathematics. These are the 5 fundamental data types in our Python. Like we have the number system in our mathematics, same way the whole number, real part, integer part, complex. Same way in Python there are 5 data types in it. Next thing is how we use a variable in print statement. Variable are basically a value that will change according to our situation, according the code demands as per the requirement. The value that will change accordingly. So if we are providing, we can initialize the value like this. We can initialize value by putting simply the comma, means there is 3 variables. A, B, C are basically 3 variables, and A 10, 20, 30. Basically through this syntax you can able to predict that A's value is 10, B's value is 20, C's value are 30. It will contain in a sequence as you mentioned. Python is designed in such a way that it can predict the value as you gave it in a sequence order. So we can simply print the values of A, B, C. Okay. The next thing is how to print the values. If we are providing 2 values, how to print it. Okay. As we initialized previously, we initialize the value. This time what we do, we declare a separator through which the values would separate. It's simply like 10, 20, there are other separators as well. We can take an example of this. If we run it, we separate through the columns. Okay. Next we are going to see if we have to run these lines of code, then we got result as like in different line. Okay. And if we use with the end, see the difference. Means the cursor still remain on the same line of code. And if we put a space between them, then it will come with spaces, but the cursor remain on the same line. Next we are going to see how to print the objects. What object is? As of now, consider these list that tuples are objects, and the syntax of list is L. It's not a syntax of L, it's a variable we are assigning with the square brackets, and we are putting an integer value which is separated through commas. and we simply printing the value of L, which is a list. And another thing is use of string and the variable. As I already told you what is variable is, and whatever as string, basically we can consider string as a alphabet and a words or a letter in our English. So how to print both of them simultaneously, that's the thing. Another thing is use of formatted string. So I told you regarding percentile F and percentage I, percentage F or percentage S. Basically I for integer, F for float, S for string. So how to print these things if we know the value of A and how to print it? Through this we can print it. Suppose that we have to print the string with a list. So through this we can print it. If we have to print the string, there are three ways. Commonly there are three ways to print it. We simply print a name, salary and a age. First thing is we are providing the index. Whatever we wrote in our format function, we provide the index for that. Okay. Next way is we are not providing the index, but we are providing the values in our format function. So we can use this way as well. Third way is that we are providing that value into a variable and we are indexing that particular variable. One type is used for string, another type is used for some other functions or some other programs. These different formats, these are various form of print statement. We are going to see in upcoming classes how we used means one type is used for a pattern, one type is used for a string, one type is used for different things. Next thing is I'm considering the Python 3. For input, it will consider a string type only. Suppose that we write the input and enter first number, enter second number. The important thing is that the input function is used to take a user input. We can take user input through the input function. In this program, we consider the two number input and then do the plus and then print the sum. What happened? It will take the number, both the input, and it will concatenate because input consider as a string, and through the string, this is for string, they perform the concatenation operation. To resolve this issue, we go through the next step. What we do, we simply take the input, first number, enter second number, then we take another variable and we typecast to int type, that is the decimal type, that is the number type, sorry. So we typecast to int type and the result would be the number. Another way is we typecast whenever we are considering the input, we are asking for user to input, enter the number and we typecast here only. Okay. And we will get the desired result, what we want. Through this, we can achieve addition of two numbers simply. Another thing is the eval function. It takes as a string but evaluate as per the given data type. Suppose we are providing, this is the syntax, we have to provide through the double quotes or a single quotes or a triple quotes because we have to consider it as a string. And as per the requirement, it will convert it. As you see, we provide an expression and we can run it and we will get the result what we want. If we try to use the eval as like an input statement, then we will get an error. We can't use the eval function like an input. We can't take the direct user input through eval. What we can do, we can do the pairing with the input. Suppose that we have to enter the first number and we have to enter the second number. What we did in previous case, we do the manually the int type. Suppose we have to give the float type number, then we have to do the again the float change. We can provide the float explicitly, we have to convert it. So for that reason eval is used. We can, as per our requirement, we can put the integer value, we can put the float value. We don't have to take care about the which type we have to enter. As per the our type, we have to explicitly change the data type. That's not the case if we provide the eval. If we provide to integer value, the result will be integer type only. Okay. If we provide float type value, then the result would be in a float form. No need to change the data type explicitly. If we try to run a eval function without expression, means without the quotes, then it will throw an error. Same way in a decimal case, same way in a float case. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching.